Welcome to the Department of Trade and Industry's MSME Digitalks 2023, the podcast series, the show where we tackle about the latest trends in digitalization and how our small businesses are benefiting from these new technologies.
Welcome to MSME Digitalks, the podcast series. Happy Tech Thursday mga ka-Digitalks! Nagbabalik po kami muli with a fun way of learning more about digitalization. Samahan nyo kami para sa mga kupana, panabik at pinakabagong tips, tricks, and trends na maaaring makatulong upang mapabuti at mapalago ang inyong negosyo. Bago ang lahat, for more information, check out the MSME Tech Tools available at the DTI website. As part of DTI's efforts of helping MSMEs embrace the digital economy, the Tech Tools for MSMEs was created with the purpose of affording the public with information about digital tools or innovations that could leverage their businesses as they convert from their traditional ways to organizational approaches. You may also like and follow our DTI Facebook page and YouTube channel for the 2022 MSME Digitalks episodes and past podcast episodes. I am your host, Lovely Joy Chan from the DTI Bureau of SME Development, and I'm very excited to be with you all as we explore the exciting world of digitalization for MSMEs in the Philippines. Every month, we will focus on a very specific topic that we believe would be very beneficial to our MSMEs. Last episode, tinalakay po natin kung ano ang Facebook for your business. Ngayon naman, ating palawakin ng ating kaalaman kung paano naman gamitin ang Instagram sa inyong business. Makakasama natin ang isang startup founder ng Katipuneras PH. Happy Tech Thursday to you, ating ka-Digitalks, Ms. Jamila Bitoon. Thank you for joining us. Ms. Jamila, pwede niyo ba kami bigyan ng brief na background kung what your business is all about?
Ayan. So, happy Tech Thursday, everyone. I'm Jam. I am the owner of Katipuneras PH. So, sino nga ba si Katipuneras? No, Katipuneras is a farm-to-beauty social enterprise na nagbebenta ng mga produktong pampaganda, katulad ng skincare and cosmetics. So, we have serum, we have toner, we have facial wash, at marami pang iba. And ang flagship products namin ay sustainable eco bars, tulad ng shampoo bar, conditioner bar, and deodorant bar with naturally derived ingredients at matipid gamitin dahil wala ng tubig. Katulad nitong mga shampoo bars na hawak ko. Ayan.
Thank you po. That's the one on your background po.
Yes.
Miss Jam, in your business, were you able to utilize any social media platform?
Ayan. Yes, of course, Miss Lovely. Kasi, sa digital age, mataas ang competition pagdating sa pagnenegosyo. So, napaka-importante ng social media for brand visibility, no? Hindi kasi sapat na maganda lang yung mga produkto mo at may Facebook page ka lang. No, we must utilize all social media platforms and utilize its features. No? Hindi lang tayo pwedeng mag-focus sa isang platform katulad ng Facebook or tumatambay as business owners sa newsfeed at nagpo-post lamang, no? We also have Instagram.
Thank you po, Ms. Jamila. But before we proceed, tawagin ko lamang ang aming suki, no? Let's all welcome back our ka-Digitalks expert, Ms. Frances. Happy Tech Thursday to you.
Happy Tech Thursday. Naku, hindi ako magsasawa, Lovely. Pwede ako dito regular. Digital. Happy Tech Thursday, Lovely and Jam.
Thank you po, Ms. Frances. Nako, simulan na po natin agad, Ms. Jam, no? Gusto po namin malaman, kasi on the previous episode, may nakapag-share sa amin na experiences niya when it comes to Facebook for business. So, meron siya rin struggles and best practices. And then, ngayon naman, Ms. Jam, we would like to know naman more what experience mo when it comes to using Instagram for business.
Ayan. So, katulad ng nasabi ko kanina, Miss Lovely, no? hindi sapat yung Facebook lang. You have to check, nasaan ba yung target audience mo? Nasa Facebook lang ba sila? No? Yun lang ba yung ginagamit nilang platform, no? Instagram has, 19 million users in the Philippines, no, as of 2023. So napakalaking figure niyan at sayang kung hindi namin ma-showcase yung products namin or yung brand namin sa platform. So with that, no, we use IG to show people who we are. No, doon kami nagpapakilala. Na pinapakita namin kung ano yung pinagkakaabalahan namin as a brand, ano yung mga products namin, paano gamitin yung products namin. And then we also, tap influencers. We also tap UGC or the user-generated content creators, no, to help us, no, explain kung ano ba tong brand na to and para saan ba tong products na to and bakit kailangan mo siyang bilhin. So IG is very useful do sa ganung paraan.
Thank you po, Miss Jamila. Pero bago yan, please hold your questions muna for Miss Frances. Miss Frances, ano po ba yung kaibahan ng Facebook for business sa Instagram for business? Kasi I think bilang social media user, I think iba yung content na lumalabas when it users, no, when it comes to Facebook, iba rin yung mga users sa Instagram. So, ano po bang kaibahan na?
Ayan. So maganda yung question mo, Lovely, no? Si Meta, yung ating parent company, created these two different platforms to serve a purpose. So if you'll notice, no, when you go to Instagram, kung mapapansin nyo, very visual siya. So the challenge for a business owner or a business to be in this particular platform, like si Instagram nga, is to be very creative in showcasing their products. So tama yung sinabi ni Jam, no, yung ginagawa nila sa Katipuneras, maganda yun. Kasi they're trying to produce content na visuals, driven by visuals, by photos and by videos, and by also involving other content creators to help them parang share their story, paano ba siya ginagamit. So yun talaga yung mga best practices that a business can do kung nasa Instagram sila. Next, ano ba pinagkaiba niya kay Facebook? Although Facebook also has that kind of way of posting content. May Facebook pero pwede rin tayo mag-upload ng photos, pwede rin tayo mag-upload ng videos. Mas malaki lang yung, I would say, when you go to the interface, pagka nag-navigate ka ng Facebook, mas pinapahalagahan din ni Facebook yung caption or yung copy. So, mas marami tayong magagawang long format context or content doon sa Facebook kasi that's how it is being created, to get more information, to be more connected through text also, no, hindi lang sa visuals. Ngayon, kay Instagram, if you're a visual person, no, ibig sabihin, you are more entertained in seeing things visually, or seeing na visually, pero if consuming things in visuals, you go to Instagram because Instagram offers or provide platforms for not only for personal users but also businesses to showcase what is it about their businesses through visuals. So, yun siya. Kaya pag, halimbawa ikaw, mahilig ka talaga sa photos and videos and hindi ka masyadong mahilig mag-consume ng content through texts, no, through short form blog writing formats, kay Instagram. Kaya it's also best if you're a business, kagaya ni Katipuneras nila Jam, they're present not only in one, dun also kay Instagram. And if you see their packaging, it's very colorful, it's very visual, and it's a solution-based type of business. Ibig sabihin, may solution, then it's best to showcase it through photos o through videos, paano ginagamit, anong nagiging effect kapag ginamit siya. So, yan ang kinaibahan naman nilang dalawa.
Okay. So, Miss Jamila, both po ba meron kayo for business na channel and then Instagram? Would it be safer to say na on a different platform, iba yung pinoproduce mong content, or you can utilize same content to both platforms?
Ayan. So, sa newsfeed, same lang kami halos ng content for Facebook and Instagram. Ang nagbabago lang naman kasi dyan yung sizing, no? But then, sa Instagram kasi, may audience or may traffic sa Reels and Stories. So, maraming nandiyan sa IG just to, scroll lang na mag-scroll sa Reels. So, that's additional traffic. And, additional traffic means additional potential buyers. So, iba yung sipag namin sa Instagram, no, producing a lot of visual content And then also IG, allows you yung stories, allows you to edit. So pwede kang mag-layer ng photo, ganyan, or add ng effects, mag-add ng music, ganyan. So maraming taong tumatambay doon just to, watch that, just to be entertained. Katulad ng nasabi ni Miss Frances, na nandiyan lang sila, to look. Kasi talagang siya again, Instagram is visual-centric platform. Heavy on visuals. So marami din talagang gusto na manonood lang ako ng videos, titingin lang ako ng stories, ng photos to be inspired, to get inspired. No? Yung parang gusto ko lang ma-get today. Ganyan. So maghahanap ako ng products na gusto kong bilhin. So that's a different audience. So mas maganda na may additional content for the IG.
I see. Miss Jam, to get to know you better, are you a solo entrepreneur or meron po ba kayong katuwang when it comes to running your business or your
Yes.
Instagram page?
I actually have a business partner. We're both chemical engineers. Pero pagdating sa marketing, we do outsource din, yeah. We do outsource a third party. But ako, sa sarili ko, I also do like social media for Facebook and Instagram kasi I'm now a digital marketer na. Kaya ako din mismo hands-on din sa aking social media platforms.
I see. I think maganda po yun na bilang from a different background, you were still able to adopt and utilize entirely different na platform. Ma'am Jam, meron po ba kayong, I think isa na rin yung background nyo, no? Meron pa po ba kayong, let's say, challenges na na-experience during your journey as you adopt Instagram for business? Na pwede rin maiwasan ng MSMEs natin in the future or matulungan tayo ni Miss Frances to overcome those challenges?
Yeah, good question kasi nga, again, I'm from a technical background. So, hindi naman lahat exposed sa digital marketing or hindi lahat marunong ng digital marketing. So, from a technical background, transitioning to digital marketing. So, yung challenges ko dun is, magpo-post lang ba ako every day? Yun lang ba yung content? Yun lang ba yung kailangan ko? Yun lang ba yung requirement ko as a business in a digital platform? Now, doon ko siya nakita na you have to innovate, utilize all the features kasi hindi enough na nagpo-post ka lang ng graphics, no? Kasi as time goes by, lahat na marunong mag-Canva, lahat na marunong mag-graphics. And hindi na rin enough yung nagpo-photoshoot ka lang. O yung nagtitake ka lang ng photos. Kasi nagmumukha siyang hard selling eh. Kasi akala mo as a business owner, kailangan ko lang maging available online, which is not enough. No, akala mo, kailangan mo lang ng Facebook, kailangan ko lang ng magandang product. No. You have to market it. You have to try all the features. You have to be creative. Hindi lang pwedeng photoshoot. Kung pwede ka mag-produce ng lifestyle photos, like, saan ko ba pwedeng bitbitin yung product ko? Sa beach? Or madali ba siyang bitbitin pag magta-travel ako abroad? Kasi very small siya di ba? Wala siyang water. So, paano ko siya ma-incorporate on a daily basis? So, nagiging lifestyle brand siya. So, doon mo na-inspire yung tao. So, alam mo yun, as nag-grow yung business mo, you have to, maximize all the opportunities na binibigay ng social media. You have to study, you have to try. You have to try it out. Kasi pag nasa-stuck yung business eh. And lahat ng kalaban mo, nauuna na sa'yo. So anong tendency nun kapag lahat sila ahead of you? Diba? Your business will soon, baka mawala siya sa digital platform. Kasi natatalo ka na ng competitors mo. So you have to learn how to use social media platform, grow your business with it, maximize the opportunities na ino-offer sa'yo. Yan. So, yung social media kasi may available na insights, may available siyang data. So, from there, pwede mo siyang aralin, di ba? Kung ito bang content na video na to mahina siya sa engagement, hindi ba siya kulang ba siya sa reach? Kasi hindi siya engaging or hindi siya attractive. So from there, you have to change your content. The type of the content na nagawa mo. Kung sa photo hindi ka pumapatok, try video, try reels, try stories, di ba? So ganun siya.
Thank you po, Miss Jam. Miss Frances, nabanggit ni Miss Jam yung analytics, no? Is it also similar sa what's available sa Facebook for Business at Instagram for Business?
Ayan. So, ang ganda ulit na question, no? Again, let's recap from the previous episode. Meta has given us two platforms, especially for business owners, to help them actually kickstart their businesses online. And with that, yung na-mention ni Jam at saka yung na-mention mo ngayon na meron siyang insights. And yes, si Instagram, it has its own separate page insights. But maganda ngayon kay Meta, no? There's this called Business Suite where you can actually see the data of both platforms. Since magka-house sila o isa lang yung parent company, maganda yung ginawa ni Meta that they're able to create another hub for business owners to learn for the both platforms na. But separately, meron din talagang sariling insights si Instagram. So yung insight ni Instagram, it can also be accessible through the mobile phone. So halimbawa si Jam, for sure kahit nagta-travel siya or kahit nasaan siyang lugar, in an instant when she goes to her business page, meron doong button na magsasabi ng insights. So pag clinic niya yon, mag-a-appear din doon yung mga basic or necessary demographics or data na kailangan niya as business owners. Ano-ano ba to? Nandoon yung demographics ng age group, parehas din. Meron din tayong gender or yung sexual yung sexual preference nandoon. No, sorry, gender lang pala. Nandoon yung gender, tapos nandoon din yung location. So nasaan ba tong mga taong ito? Asan ba yung pinakamalayong reach na napupuntahan ng content namin or ng business namin? Ganyan. Ando doon din yung frequency and yung reach. Gaano kadaming tao ba yung potentially or na-tap namin or nakakita or nadaanan ng content namin. Yung engagement din na nandoon din siya, makikita mo din doon ilan ba yung tao na nag-engage sa content na create namin. So, isa pang magandang factor, no, yung na-mention kanina ni Jam, because Instagram is heavily on visuals and videos as well. Instagram Reels also can show ilan na ba yung naka-view. Instantly, makikita mo doon if the video is performing. Makikita mo yung number of views, 'di ba? Number of people who actually reacted doon sa videos mo. Then therefore, as a business owner, especially kung solopreneur pa lang, no, doon sa majority sa listeners natin, pwede na sila ulit makapag-come up ng decision. Pwede ko ba ulit gamitin yung formula na ginawa ko sa previous videos ko? O kaya, nag-work nung nagpapako ng content creator para gamitin yung products ko or ma-experience yung services ko. Pwede ako ulit mag-invest or to tap another content creator kasi it's working pala if people or my audience are like seeing other people using my product. So, same din siya kay Facebook. It's just as mas handy, makikita agad. And again, it's heavily on visual. So, dapat talaga dito, yung minention ni Jam, malikot dapat yung utak, creative. Kasi hindi pwedeng ma-stuck ka lang sa templated kind of content. Yung mga tao ngayon, mas maikli din kasi yung attention span, no? Dapat in just 2 to 3 seconds, mahook mo sila. Otherwise, mag-scroll up na lang ako. Hindi ko yan papanoorin or hindi ko yan babasahin or hindi ko yan titignan. So, it's also important na makita yun kasi again, Instagram for business is a bit more meticulous in terms of creatives kesa kay Facebook for business. Yeah.
Sige po. Hold that thought lang po, Miss Frances, no? While we go back to Miss Jam. Miss Jam, kanina nabanggit nyo na po yung challenges. Now, para naman po sa mga viewers natin, listeners, na medyo hesitant or may takot pa rin to adopt Instagram for business, meron po ba kayong mga practices na nag-work well with your company na pwede nyo pong ma-share sa kanila and hopefully ma-apply din nila on their own business?
Ayan. So again, na-mention ko na kanina to, no? Pero bibigyan ko lang siya ng emphasis. So, yung mga business owners kasi, di ba, lalo na hindi sila familiar sa Instagram. So, ang unang tendency kasi nila is to create content from Canva, no? So, nangyayari is, again, it's hard selling. So, ngayon, what I recommend dun sa mga business owners is kahit yung simpleng day-to-day operation lang nila, it's a good content. Hindi nila kailangan maging critical na kailangan sobrang ganda or sobrang bongga, sobrang like advertisement level yung content nila. No. Kasi ang mga consumers ngayon, No, they want engagement, they want authenticity, no? Kung papakita mo sa kanila how you operate, no, ano yung mga behind the scenes mo, paano ka mag-pack, no? They like it, they love it. Alam mo mga Pilipino mahilig yan sa kwento eh. Kaya nga tayo yung mga marites, no? So, as simple as connecting to your community will help your business grow. Hindi siya complicated. Nagmumukha lang siyang complicated kasi pag tumitingin ka sa mga malalaking brand na nagpapakita ng mga commercial ads or nagpapagawa ng graphics, no, nakaka-intimidate siya. But again, people love authenticity. No, basta makita lang nila na very real yung brand mo and you're providing a high quality product na pag nag-take ka ng how you cook or how you prepare the products like kami sa Katipuneras, no, how we pack our products, kung paano namin siya iniingatan para makarating siya sa'yo na safe, no? At least you give your customers an idea na yung pag-aasikaso namin ng mga orders nila, talagang from the heart siya, no? Very hands-on kami when it comes to running our business. So, wag silang ma-intimidate dun sa kung ano nakikita nila sa Facebook. Just show the authentic side of the business. You can start as simple as showing yung mga day-to-day operations mo. And then connect to your community, no? Don't forget na marami nanonood sa yung customers and nandun yung mga potential customers mo din doon sa loob ng audience na yon. No? Catch their attention through stories. Huwag kang matakot, no? Mag-storytelling ka, mag-video ka, no? Share your stories with them. They love it. People love it. Filipinos love it.
Thank you po, Ms. Jam. Follow-up question, ma'am. Bilang kanina na-mention nyo, although you do have someone to help you with marketing, someone na nag-oversee and with an entirely different background, would you say na somehow, in some way, Instagram for Business help you to perform your duties or responsibilities that in turn nakatulong po para mas mapalago pa yung negosyo nyo?
Yes, kasi alam mo, Instagram, it's of course digital platform yan. So, maraming nagagawa yung digital platform na hindi namin kaya, no, na physically na foot traffic lang. So, yung Instagram itself, it drives traffic, which means additional potential buyers. Plus, yung pagdating sa pag-ahad o pag-run ng business on a daily basis, on marketing on a daily basis, may meta for that. So, pwede ka mag-schedule ng content, like ako mag-schedule ako ng content now, good for 60 days. It's possible. No, ganun siya kadali. It makes your life easy. Yung operation mo, pwede niya, instead of like marketing on a daily basis, pagdating sa content creation lang, no? So, instead of doing that on a daily basis, pwede mo siyang gawin in a week. Diba? Upuan mo siya in a week, then produce content for like 1 month. Then kapag kunwari may video ka bigla na na-produce, may phone ka naman, dala mo yung phone, post it as a story, post it as a reel. Ganda siya kadali. So, just with your phone, no? Ang dami mo na-reach, and then yung operation mo, actually, mas less siya sa operational expense, and less sa labor. So, yun yung mga hindi magagawa ng kapag umasa ka lang sa mga foot traffic or kami-kami lang gagawa, ganyan. So, may mga features yung IG na kailangan mo lang i-utilize.
I see po. Thank you, Ms. Jam. No? I think marami na rin silang natutunan yung ating listeners when it comes to your challenges and best practices. Okay, Ms. Frances, yung IG kasi, there is an impression na pang story-story lang, and yung iba, yun nga, more on the visual. So, I think yung users hindi mostly looking for something na, ay, punta ko dito. I-open ko tong app na to para mag-check ng businesses or pwedeng bilhin. So, what are the things na i-implement or meron ba si IG for that na mas magkaroon ng customer engagement when it comes to helping business for their account sa Instagram?
Alam mo, maganda yung question mo, but contrary to like most people or like personal users believe, Instagram drives business, no? Yung kita nyo, best example sila Katipuneras. They know that their market is in Instagram. And good thing about Instagram, doon sa minention mo na one of the features or one of the tools is yung sa story, there are many stickers that a personal user and a business owner can use to create interaction. Say for example, may feature doon that you can create polls. So you can engage right away to your followers, di ba? Other than polls, doon naman sa personal user side, meron doon, if they like the product, they can mention the business itself. There's a sticker where they can put the sticker on and then mention the name of the business. So for example, ako, bumili ako kay Katipuneras, instead of me just basically pipicturean ko lang ganon, hindi. There's a feature that you can tag yung Miss Business Memo to highlight that this is the page. Hindi lang siya magmumukhang parang minention lang. So there are so many features pa other than that to create interaction and engagement. Also, ito din yung isa sa mga pinakamagandang ginawa ng Instagram, no? The use of hashtags. Hashtags nowadays are very, very important, no? Even before pa naman, important na siya. It's just a matter of strategizing which is which for your business. Because hashtag creates communities. So, for example, mahilig ako halimbawa sa organic shampoo bar. Halimbawa sila Katipuneras, ginamit nila yung hashtag na organic shampoo bar. And then, yun yung gusto kong hanapin sa Instagram. It's easier, no, for like a little SEO kind of thing sa Instagram. Mas madali para magkaroon ng drive na at least additional foot traffic para sa business nila. Kasi very very helpful din sa keywords or sa search engines yung mga words na related doon sa businesses. So yun, yung hashtag also helps the businesses create more visibility. And eventually, if you use that regularly, ikaw na mismo yung nagke-create ng visibility sa sarili mo organically, no, as a business. And at the same time, if there's a following in that kind of category or in that kind of keyword, eventually it can be translated as a client or a business, no. So yun yung maganda kay IG or Instagram. So other than that, na-mention na kanina ni Jam, within the platform, if you're a solopreneur, you can also edit your videos and your photos. So parang si Instagram gave you already all the basic features and tools para wag ka na lumabas, sige na din na kita papahirapan. Dito ka na din mag-edit. Dito ka na rin maglagay ng stickers. There are a lot of stickers, interesting stickers related to certain businesses. You can even upload your own logo. Lagay mo doon, 'di ba? One of the features is to put another photo and then lagay mo yung logo mo doon. Then your photo or whatever you took is already branded. So sobra siyang madaling gamitin for someone who's starting up, someone na mag-isa pa lang ginagawa lahat ng bagay. And another thing, there are also templates. So especially for videos, I believe there are creators who are able to create parang templates which you can also use for free. Libre naman siya. And then if ikaw hindi ka masyadong creative enough but you have the raw materials or like raw videos, then you can upload it through that template and at least create more interesting output out of that template. So yun yung kagandahan siguro kay Instagram na nakakapag-create siya ng engagement. Ang maganda din dito, hindi nare-realize ng user or ng potential customer na I was under the customer journey of a business pala. Kasi you're only engaged initially sa stories nila. Diba? Parang, okay, nakaka-relate ako dito. Halimbawa si Katipuneras, nag-post sila ng meme. I'm not sure if you're using memes as well. Halimbawa memes, nakaka-relate ka. But little did I know, kung hindi ako marketer, nai-engage na ako. Then therefore, mahuhook ako kay business. Ipa-follow ko na siya, not only by just generally selling to me, but also selling the content that I want to subscribe with. So, kaya yung minimension ni Jam kanina na they're also creating content, hindi lang para mag-hard sell, but really to share their stories, to share their beliefs, pwede din yun, and kung ano yung core ng business nila para mag-subscribe yung tao sa business mo, bukod sa bumili sila. So, mangyayari niyan, palagi namin sinasabi, dapat si Instagram can be a reference of a person. So for example, gusto ko makakita ng hair care tips. Okay, kay Katipuneras ako pupunta. Because the customer or the consumer already know na si Katipuneras nagpo-provide siya ng mga ganitong kind of content na hindi lang niya ako bebentahan. Right away, from that particular content na very authentic, very not so hard selling, just genuinely you want to share something about a certain product or a certain education, di ba? Ako mismo, sige, bibilin ko na to. Dito na ako sa brand na to. So that's how Instagram works. Kaya really, it's important if you're a business, sa mga business owners na nakikinig sa atin, try to, if you listen to the past, last 3 episodes, first 3 episodes, ayan, nabilang ko, diba? Try to come up with a strategy for your Instagram doing business in Instagram by answering the 4 questions na, what is your story? What are your objectives really, diba? And what is the unique selling point of your business? Bank on that. Kasi yung mga bagay na yon yung nagbibigay talaga ng buhay sa business sa Instagram. Hindi lang basta, okay, picturean ko to, for sale, okay na yon. Wala. Tapos na yung era na ganon. Mas matalino yung mga tao, kagaya na sinabi ni Jam. Mas gusto ng tao na makarelate muna ako sa brand mo bago kita bilhin, kaysa yung bentahan mo ako agad. So, you really have to be very creative. Yun yung challenge talaga. You have to be very creative. And of course, if you can no longer, you can no longer take everything kasi ikaw na lahat, then there's a time for you to tap someone to help you, kagaya ng ginagawa nila dyan, to create more professional outputs for your business. Especially if you have enough fund to fund that service provider. Kasi end of the day, we really want it to be very professional. And at the same time, you also do not want to compensate yung nangyayari sa operations and fulfillment ng business mo. So, it's best to have another person helping you with this facet of your business or with this line or department of your business. And then, you can also fulfill the other one. So, yun yung kagandahan siguro sa IG. Parang siya, slowly isa-subscribe ka niya dun sa business. And then, ikaw, ilalove mo yung business because the business how to connect with you first before they sell to you. That's how Instagram for business works.
Yeah. Thank you po for explaining, Miss Frances. Actually, na na-explain niyo, biglang nag-green na yung light bulb sa utak ko. Oo nga, no, I do engage with stories, memes. So, technically, I am already parang a consumer. So, thank you, Miss Frances and Miss Jam. But before we end, again and again, sa ating mga listeners, would you have any few words po to encourage them further na i-adopt yung Instagram for business? Miss Jam, let's start po with you.
Ayan. So sa mga business owners, no, see to it that you connect to your buyers, no, and your potential buyers, and to connect to your community, no. So, wag kayong matakot o ma-intimidate sa IG. So, maraming features to help you make it easy to market your products. No, ang required lang is to take that first step of trying it. No, yun.
Thank you po, Miss Jam. And what about po, Miss Frances? What can you say po to our listeners?
Ayan. So, always keep in mind that although sometimes the real driver for a business owner to create business is to make money. Totoo naman. Wag nating tanggalin yung fact. But you make sure that when you create a business, there's also a great story behind it. Because great stories, especially when you use Instagram for business, is a real driver for a consumer to subscribe to your business. And eventually, organically, they will just be there and support you along the way. So, make a good story from your business or like ano ba yung tungkol, para saan ba or tungkol sa itong mga businesses ninyo. And then communicate to them parang with authenticity. Wag nating i-fake, di ba? Yung fake it till you make it applies not all the time. But you connect with them genuinely. You try to provide content with them genuinely and you think na makakatulong sa kanila. Yan lang.
Thank you po, Miss Frances and Miss Jam. Naku mga ka-Digitox, isang makabuluhang talakayan ang natutunan natin ngayon tungkol sa Instagram for business. Thank you again very much to our guest, ka-Digitox Jam and Digitox expert Frances. Marami tayong natutunan ngayon sa paggamit ng Facebook and Instagram for business mula sa ating mga panahon. So maraming salamat sa ating mga guests for sharing your experience and expertise on digitalization. Mga ka-Digitox, see you all again next episode for another educational and entertaining discussion on the latest trends in digitalization and how our business owners can benefit from these technologies. Don't forget to like and follow our DTI Facebook page and YouTube channel for the latest news for Filipino MSMEs.